Today we have an Archies Mukbang.
Nice.
Archies.
Yes.
I think you needed an incentive.
I needed an incentive.
Yeah, and food is the way to my heart, so...
I can't say no to an Archies.
Exactly, yeah. Let's discuss what we have. I have a chicken deluxe. I'm going to give you guys a close-up as well. Cheeky bit of ASMR for you. So some brioche bread, some mayo, and then the chicken fillet with a bit of lettuce.
Very standard.
It is my burger, to be fair. What do you have, Sabi?
I have a Cheetos chicken burger, which if I can open it, would be great.
Chicken Cheetos, that's with Cheetos, I'm assuming.
Yes. So
nice.
It's like chicken, Cheetos, cheese, and lettuce.
It's like cheese sauce as well. It does look quite nice, actually.
Like sauce in
and I also got 3 plain tenders as well, so I'm going to start off with that, actually.
Can I eat my burger?
Mm-hmm. No, I just wanted to catch up with you, man.
Alright, how are we?
I'm doing quite good.
I'm good.
It's a bit cold, but I'm doing quite good.
Thanks.
Oh, we also got some truffle mayo, which is
By the way,
different.
I always say that it's really good, and you always hate on me for paying extra for truffle mayo.
I like mayo.
Yeah, but I remember the first time I ever got it, you were bare like, it's not that great, I don't know why you paid
For a pound?
that much for this. Like, you were bare annoyed about it.
For a pound, lads.
Oh, crinkle fries that have, like, gone all over the table.
Oh, we also have crinkle fries.
Yeah. It's good, I don't know why you're hating.
No, it's good. I didn't say it wasn't good. It's just for a pound. I need more. Like, this is for like 2 chips, man, if I really wanted to. I used to be that kid that used to eat bare sauce.
You still do.
But yeah, anyway. As we are munching food, what was your favourite food growing up, mate?
What were we talking, like going out or like when we were at home?
Both, actually. I'm actually intrigued. What was your going out? Italian was a big thing, I think, for us. Growing up, like pizza, pasta. No?
Not so much pasta, I don't think.
Really? Okay, well, pizza, I feel like we used to have pizza almost like once a week.
But I don't know if we'd call it... Oh, damn. Oops. I don't know if we'd call it authentic Italian cuisine.
No,
Like, let's not... I feel like that's offensive.
Like the freezer pizzas.
Yeah, we'd have that a lot. And we'd have, like, takeout pizzas as well.
Like your Domino's, Pizza Hut. Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that's, like, Italian cuisine. Purely because I feel like...
No, it's really not.
That's offensive to Italians.
It is, because you do better pizza.
Yeah, they, like, obviously have really good pizza.
Their dough is a lot better.
Yeah, and I've had, like, authentic pizza now, so I can't compare takeout pizza to that anymore. We were
what was
really
it in-house?
young. Oh, I was going to say what I'd like to go out to eat.
Go on then.
When we were really young, there was this place called Cene Dosa, which is really dumb because, like, it's still the same cuisine as what we had at home.
But you go out and eat it,
Yeah, but then I guess also it was like, oh, we didn't eat, like, vegetarian stuff in our house. Like, we didn't eat meat, basically. So I would, like the fact that it was, like, South Indian cuisine, but we could have, like, the meat options as well, basically.
It's, like, such a standard place now.
Yeah, it's not, like, that great. But I think when I was, like, really young, not even hitting, like, 2-digit ages.
Oh, wow.
I think before...
1 digits.
Yeah, when you were, like, months old, basically. I feel like that was a spot that we would frequent a lot.
Yeah. Nothing to rave about. Your bog standard Indian joint. Yeah. Probably even worse than you.
I feel like I cook better than that now. Like, if I
yeah, which is peak.
Yeah. So, like, it's kind of sad that was one of my favourite places to go to. But I'll try, like, a bit if you give me, like, not that much,
that's
like,
okay,
half
alright,
that.
okay.
Thanks.
It's got some seasonings on top of it.
I don't know why you got plain ones. You should have got spicy ones.
Yeah. So what would be your favourite meal cooked at home then?
When I was young, on my birthday, I'd always ask, like, for this meal. And it was egg curry.
Oh, wow.
Tomato rice.
Oh, yeah.
Tomato rice. Hand, like, shaved, like, made chips. Like, you make them from scratch. Remember the potato chips? That we fry from scratch. And, like, raita, which is, like, cucumber, yogurt, like, mixed together, basically.
It's like to cool it down, isn't it? Yeah.
Like, it's like a side with the whole dish. It's really good. That was my favourite thing. This was, like, when you were months old. Like, I feel like I went through phases. But that was my favourite thing, and I would ask for it on my birthday every time.
Did you get bored of it?
No, I think still it's one of my top favourite
It,
meals.
it was elite back then, and it still is, but
I think it's still one of my top meals.
I don't think that combo's even common, you know? Like,
No, I don't
tomato
think-
rice and egg curry. I don't think anyone
I don't
actually...
know. I think it was something I discovered, and then in our house, and then everyone started doing it in our house.
It's
I don't
like, you
think
know, with
people normally do
dosa,
it. Yeah.
like, people have egg.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Nobody has tomato rice with egg, though. Like, I feel like that's such a... It's just our tradition now, and now it's
No,
like
I
such
started
a...
with me, but
Yeah, I'd like to say I brought it on. I didn't.
no, definitely started with me. I don't know. I was a weird kid, but yeah.
Mate, mine was... I loved the bindi. Do you remember the okra? But like the fry Mum used to do. I used to love that.
With like the masala.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
okay,
used to
no,
love
no.
that.
On that topic, you know there's a restaurant called Bundabust. Their okra fries kind of taste like that.
I love that. Yeah, I've heard that okra fries are really nice.
That kind of reminded me of Mum's like fried okra.
So was that your comfort food then? The
Definitely the tomato rice.
Really?
Yeah, I think it still is. Like if I'm really sad, even now I'll make tomato rice. Like maybe not the effort of like making the egg curry and the potato chips from scratch, but I'll still have it with like yogurt and cucumber. Like I'd still like even in uni I make it as like a comfort food sometimes, just for myself. Like I don't really. It's not something I'd like cook for other people. Like
I get that.
I cook other things for other people. Like just the egg curry with like other stuff. You know what my favorite dish right now is?
What is your favourite dish right now?
Kod roti, but like egg kod roti with like.
Big up my
salad.
Sri Lankans.
It is a Sri Lankan Tamil thing, but it's a Tamil thing as well.
Big up my
It
Sri
is.
Lankans.
It's a Tamil thing. We have it in like
Yeah, but-
where we're from as well.
But I'm showing love to Sri Lankans. Man.
Okay, yes, it's a Sri Lankan dish.
I love the Sri Lankans.
Yes, we
We love all people there.
Right, exactly.
But I do love kutta roti, but it has to be done right, man.
I made it, and I was quite surprised that it tasted quite good.
It has to be the
Okay,
right
yes.
size.
What do you mean the pieces?
You take a piece, mate. I'm gonna go dissect fully into this. So it has to be sliced properly. Like the paratha has to be.
Explain what paratha is to people.
Paratha's like this flatbread made with plain flour, right? So plain flour. Yeah, plain flour.
Plain flour.
I'll put a photo right here, and then I'll put a photo right here of what kutta roti is. It's basically just a mixture of different stuff. It's like a chaat, kind of. It's kind of like a chaat.
I feel like North Indians would be really, really.
Okay, but it is though, isn't it? Like it's just a chaat. It's a desi chaat type vibe.
Sure. With salna though, you have to have salna.
Do
I
you?
haven't had it with salna in a while.
I feel like you
No.
could eat kutta roti plain, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what I do when I'm like, I'm not gonna make salna with it. I have like plain like yogurt or like cucumbers, whatever. But yeah.
No. Speaking about growing up there, as you are at a very good age in your life,
Old, you mean? I feel like people
what
forget.
was your favourite book growing up?
Oh, that's a really tough.
You are a
I feel
bookworm,
like that's
bro.
a really tough question. For
Hand
me.
of Surprise, the girl with the fruit on the head.
Basket, yeah.
I
Where all
love
the
that book.
animals steal the little fruits. Yeah, it's cute.
I love that book. I still love that book.
I think we have a copy of that book. It is yours somewhere. We still have it. I did it. Sorry, that was aggressive, but
I love that book.
it's a good book. But like, what do you mean, like a children's book or like? Because
Like Biff, Kip and Chip. Did you read that?
Yeah.
I used to love. Oh, where is it? It is Biff, Kip and Chip, right? Yeah.
I feel like everyone had to read Biff, Chip, Kip, and the dog.
Biff, Kip and Dog. Oh,
I
yes.
didn't say it like that, but yeah. No, I feel like everyone had to read that. No,
Yeah, it's like
No,
the curriculum.
that's how we
but-
learned to read.
But like they have a special place in my heart. Because they could have been boring characters. They were adventurous.
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Oh.
I used to like. It depends what age, but I used to have like I can't remember what they were called, but like the fairy series.
Oh, I know
Do you know
what
what
you're on
I'm
about.
on about?
If I get a photo, I'll put it in. I know what
Yeah,
you're on about.
like, and I
You
read-
used to have so many
Yeah,
of them.
I was basically a bit of a like fiend with that. Like I collected.
Kind
a
of
lot
like Diary of
them.
the Wimpy Kid, but like on crack.
Yeah, it was like a whole. There was a whole box of them. There was genuinely like a whole like yeah. Like
What do they
massive.
call it? Like a box set for books?
Yeah, I had that, and then when I got a bit older, this is like embarrassing to admit, like my teenage years. My like favorites. I read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, which is not embarrassing. I'm proud to say that they're really, really well written.
At what age?
Like when I was in secondary school, The
Right,
Hobbit.
yeah.
But a bit younger than that, I read Twilight. And I was really
You had a
obsessed
whole
with
Twilight phase. I don't know how people like Twilight.
I
though.
also read the Harry Potters. I was like that kid that was like more Twilight than Harry Potter. Do you know what I mean? Like that each person had like one or the other. I think I felt like I was more like a
Still like
Twilight
that now,
person.
Sabi?
No, I feel like I just enjoy the books and the movies. Now I look back at the movies.
You can't even look at the movie without laughing now.
No, it's
like
really
it's
bad.
so bad, but it's
really
good.
bad. Yeah, like I still watch it for like pleasure, as in like it's funny to watch back.
It's so cringe though.
But it's sad that like I was that obsessed with it at one point.
Yeah.
Like I was really obsessed with it. But like also equally though, I do want to say that I did like things like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings just to prove that I'm not.
But I feel like as a kid you get so hyperfixated on one thing.
But we also, me and you used to have this thing of like going to our local library and picking up the Marvel comics. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We used to read so many Marvel comics growing up. I think that's why we're both such Marvel fiends. We're still
Comics is so easy to read as well.
Yeah.
Like you literally don't even have to read the words. You can just scan the page and you're fine.
I think that's what you did. But yeah.
Anyway, leading on from that, after I've been violated.
Violation is just fact.
Yeah, you speak to any of your childhood friends still?
We're not like constant contact. We still have social media and stuff, a lot of them. But I wish them well, something good happens. So we're all growing up and things happen like graduations and weddings and whatnot. And I did get invited to a wedding.
What values or lessons from your own childhood do you aim to pass to your children? That's a mad question.
That's very deep. I feel like it's a bit too deep.
Your inner child, Sabi.
I feel like I'm just enjoying my Archies and you're making it a bit...
Yeah, it's
too
Archies with deep conversations. Title of the podcast definitely probably isn't. I think to have fun, to be fair, and not to grow up too quickly, because I think I did that.
Yeah, you definitely.
Which is valid.
But I mean, it wasn't exactly your fault. But
It wasn't a choice either.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like anyone could have seen that coming.
Nobody like grows up on purpose, like. But it is nice though, because it makes you feel good when you're like at a certain age and everybody's like, "How are you so wise?" I don't know.
No.
Life, I don't know. Lessons, guys. Lessons you haven't had. But I also think your character can just be like that.
You can innately be like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you were a little bit like that anyway. But
People
then
do
life
say that.
happened as well and it kind of accelerated things. For me...
You got bullied a lot, to be fair.
Oh yeah, when I was younger. Favourite topic.
Yeah, so I feel like you'd slap people now.
I mean, no, I wouldn't get physical. Let's not propagate that. I'm not a violent person, guys.
No, but like, if you're a
I'm
mother,
not.
you'd fend for your child,
You
though.
get me that. Yeah, I feel like I would, but it's not that. It's like I feel like.
And you'd relate to it as well.
Yeah, I think if I was to teach anyone anything, it would be more like. I say this about everyone, and it's really sad. But it's like, and I feel like you've heard me say this, and I feel like the world would just, and I always say this, I feel like the world would be in a better place if people were just a little bit more kinder. I have always said that, and I think that it's just like kindness equals understanding, and then therefore like you're trying, like at least you're trying to listen to what someone else has to say. No matter where they come from, their views, their perspectives, they might be completely different to you, but if you have like the patience and the kindness genuinely, to like sit there and listen to them and respect what they have to say.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the differences are. You've been like, oh, okay, you're allowed to have that opinion or you're allowed to have that belief and I'm allowed to have mine and we can coexist is my point.
I think more than kindness, it's just to be aware.
Understanding.
That other people are going through stuff as well.
Yeah, you never... that's also what we say. We say this to each other a lot and I think it was kind of our motto for a while.
Yeah, because you don't know.
You never know what's going on behind the scenes, like behind the curtains of their life. Like what they show to you and to the outside world is not their whole picture. It's always good to like remember that. So it's like, so just be a bit nice. Like you never know. Someone might have had like the worst day in the world.
Yeah.
And even if you're going through crap, like you never want to compare. Like you might be going through it as well, but it's not an excuse to turn around and be like, an absolute arsehole to someone else. Like,
Same
at
for
least
the
that's
person
how I
going
feel.
through it. Like, it doesn't. No matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter. Like, you
Yeah,
shouldn't.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
even if we're going through it, I feel like we've never been the type of people. Like, we could have had the worst day ever, but I feel
And you
like
shouldn't,
we've
because
always treated people.
Another person could be doing the same thing
Yeah.
behind the closed, and you
Yeah.
could actually make a friend off of that if
Yeah.
you just open up and like trust them a bit, of course. But yeah, no, that's definitely a valuable thing, I think.
I feel like even if we've been in like really bad situations or have had really
But no,
bad
mate,
days, we've always.
I got an
been
interesting
super nice.
question though.
Okay, to each other and other people. Sorry.
Because
Let me finish that line.
you're an adult now.
Okay. Rude violation. Adult. What
No,
do you
well,
mean?
no, because like, I don't feel like I'm an adult.
I know. I don't feel like it either.
Exactly. So what was your point? Anyway, no. How does it feel? Like, is there like a eureka moment where it hits you? You're like, yeah, I'm an adult now.
I don't think it has for me yet, but I mean, like, you realize that you are. Like, people treat you differently a little bit.
Bit more respect.
No, just more responsibility. Which respect is earned, responsibility is just kind of there. You do it or you don't. Like, you kind of have to take up the
True,
responsibility.
you can be a bit of a crap adult and stuff like that. Like if you don't.
I mean, yeah, you
take...
can neglect your responsibility. But I mean, I'm still in uni, so I feel like it's a bit different to like people my age who are working.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like if
but
I
you've
was-
got friends that are working.
Yeah. I feel like if I had a job, I'd feel a bit differently.
Hmm.
But I do live largely independently, like by myself, and I
Yeah,
am
true.
aware of like what like I'm spending on stuff, like financially.
So the budgeting and everything's like that. That's
yeah,
there.
that's like there. And like in general, I realize that like I'm the one that takes care of my life. Like as an adult, yeah, I can call dad if something goes.
Can you not
tits up.
depend on?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Because you're still
Yeah.
finding your feet in that.
Right. So, and like you have friends and stuff who will always like help you out if you're in a sticky spot, and like, you know, if you've got good people to support you, the support is always needed. But at the end of the day, you realize like, yeah, I can call dad. This is something that happened to me when I was away from a uni like last semester, so recently.
Yeah.
When I went back for third year. Basically, like I plugged in like a rice cooker, and for some reason my flat did not like this rice cooker, right? And it like short circuited the whole. And my flat is small. It's like a.
Oh wow.
It's for one person, so it's like a studio apartment.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole like electric like board is connected to each other because it's not massive, is it? All the rooms are like basically like one. So I had no electricity, no Wi-Fi, and I'm just sat there like I couldn't understand that it had short circuited because I had plugged the rice cooker in. So I went down to the fuse board and turned it on, and came back up and turned the rice cooker on again. Obviously, it short circuited again. So I was like, "What the hell's going on?" So I called Dad, and I was like, "Dad, it keeps short circuiting, and I can't figure out what it is. Like I'm like I don't understand." And I like called my landlord, and my dad was like, "Wait for your landlord to get there if you can't figure it out. Like it's not ideal. Like it'll be fine." And I was like, "I have to be in uni in a bit, and I needed to do this, and this, and the Wi-Fi is not working. It's stressing me out." And Dad was like, "Have you tried unplugging the last thing you plugged in?" I was like, "What was the last thing you plugged in?" And I was like, "Oh, my rice cooker." And he was like, "Oh, maybe it's the rice cooker, Soupy." And I was like, "Oh, damn." And then I unplugged everything, including the rice cooker, and turned on the fuse again, and like everything was fine. Came back upstairs and didn't plug the rice cooker in, and obviously it was fine.
It's just that instant reaction that they have that we aspire to be like when we're that age.
I find it, like, I think I don't have it in me, though. Like, I always look at Dad and, like, even when I was younger,
He's
I
got
used to have
years of
this.
experience though.
No, but Dad's character...
The Wi-Fi will turn on when he comes in the building though.
Yeah, it's really irritating. Like, we would sit there trying to figure it out for ages and get really frustrated, and he would do one simple thing and it would work.
Or sometimes he'd just come in and it'd start working.
Yeah, and we look stupid because we've been complaining that it hasn't worked, and he's like, "Oh, but it is."
Yeah, and I was like, right,
Fuck's
well,
sake.
it's okay, fine, thank you.
Stupid. You know, but I get that. And also, I feel like, though, we are different people. I like to panic about things. I feel like you don't either. You're always like...
I kinda just
like you're
firm it.
always like, oh, if you just, like, maybe calmly... Like, when I'm, like, panicking and looking for something, you kind of just...
Bro,
look at me
I'm
I've
just
lost
like,
my
you're not going
mind.
to find it if you're like running up and down the stairs trying to find it. Like, come on now, you just got to... Because you don't think as well when you're doing that as well, because you're focusing on three different...
I don't run upstairs looking for stuff.
It's
You're
a hypothetical,
Exaggerating, but okay.
Top to bottom, basically go down the house, and then it's like, oh. No, but what did you want to be when you were growing up, though? Was it always doctor?
Yeah. I feel like you knew that, though. You asked me this before.
No, because I don't understand, like, how you didn't go through the phase that I did of every day of the week, something else. Well, saw Usain Bolt running once. I want to be a runner. Saw MasterChef. I want to be a cook.
But you did like sports and stuff even when you were younger.
I did. To be fair, I did. I don't think I could have made it into a career though. I wouldn't have wanted to make it into a career. Although, man, you know what? It would have been good for my health. Like just as we're eating up.
I feel like it would have been a lot though. Like the way they train and stuff would have been that.
It's very rigorous. But no, that leads me on to like, what role models did you have?
But no, also though, you used to say it like when you were younger, you had like 7 things you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you would say that you would do them one day of the week.
Yeah, that would be sick. I'd still do that.
When you grew up. Yeah, it was always doctor. There was a brief moment where it was a vet. And yeah, I did kind of base it off role models growing up to like answer your previous question.
Yeah, so what role models did you have then? That you didn't know in your family, like like people you'd watch or like someone like that.
I mean, I feel like it was kind of family role models for a while.
You had no external factors in that, or?
But it was also like, I mean, it was like really corny, but like medical dramas as well, or like even documentaries. I used to watch
because I feel like you've watched a lot.
I watched like also medical documentaries when I was younger.
What's that British one you used to watch?
It's a bit British medical drama.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
I swear you're tripping.
Nah, but what was it? What are some of the?
Grey's Anatomy is common. Like a lot of people know that.
I know about that,
Can't say I've finished the whole thing start to finish, but I've like seen bits, and obviously, as an aspiring doctor, everyone talks about Grey's Anatomy. And then there was The Good Doctor that I watched for a bit, which was nice. Chicago Med that I watched for a bit. New Amsterdam that I watched for a bit. I really liked that one. Growing up though, this sticks in my head a lot. There was a documentary on BBC about an actual neurosurgeon working in like London somewhere. Can't remember. Oh, it's a really famous hospital, Great Ormond Street Hospital. There we go. And like it was a pediatric, so a child specialist.
That's what you wanted to be.
Neurosurgeon.
Yeah,
pediatric neurosurgeon, right? And he would like take these patients, and like it was so inspiring to see like all these surgeries that he did and try to like improve the quality of his life of these kids. And obviously handling kids is a really special thing as well. I think that's kind of why I was like, ooh, neuro's so cool, and like peds. Obviously,
I think you should be a heart surgeon.
I am very against surgery now. I don't think I'm leaning towards being a surgeon in life. I'm not leaning towards being anything to do with neuro or children. But like that was also something that comes to mind when you ask about role models of like people that I saw on media growing up. And he was also, this is like kind of a sad like thing, but he was South Asian, I believe. It was nice to be like, hey, like, you know, representation. I mean, you know, it matters. Like people always say that it's not like...
It's very easy to look up to as well, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like growing up in England, it is like not that easy to sometimes like put yourself in the shoes of like careers like that when it's not like, especially medicine, it was typically a white male field. Like I'm not trying to be like but like it was like I'm not trying to like be annoying. Yes, it's changing, like slowly changing, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, everything takes time,
of course, but it was nice like when I was younger to see that representation, to be like, okay,
yeah,
you can make it and people have made it, and it's not like it's not out of my reach kind of thing. Because like you said, in school I was like bullied a lot. I didn't have a lot of like, even my teachers in primary and stuff would tell me that I wasn't really like gonna like make it very far. Like they would like be like, oh, you know,
if you're watching this, pigeons.
They would always be like, oh no, like I mean I was a very cheeky
but to
child.
outrightly come and say to a primary school kid that you're never going to be a doctor is...
I mean, yeah, like no, they were more like, oh, you never go to.
That's not realism.
It was
that's
more
just
like,
stupidity.
oh, you never go to a grammar school. Like your grades will probably be mediocre. You probably won't make the grade. Like I think they were like, oh, she needs to like. Someone actually said like
premature though.
They need to like. She needs to like tone down her ambitions.
Because, lower your expectations.
Yeah, like low, like something like that, like or like reduce the number of ambitions, or like the like sort of
people
level
have said that to me. Yeah.
Of ambition that you have, kind of thing.
It's like he said that I was going to fail GCSEs.
I mean, you didn't.
I didn't.
Exactly.
And he got fired before I could even tell him. So.
But I mean, I had someone in my sixth form tell me that I would never become a doctor and I should give up and do business instead. By the way, to preface, I was really good at business.
She was very, like, extremely good at business.
Just naturally, didn't try.
that was not needed. But yep, sure, something.
So like, I mean,
It is a big flex to be fair, because business.
I mean, people notoriously say it's not that difficult. At uni, they're chilling. Apparently, business majors. Don't know if that's true. Don't look at me. But you know, I feel like there was a lot of like the thing I would hear a lot as well in primary school was like, oh, she has the potential, because I was a really cheeky kid. Like mum and dad let me just kind of grow up, kind of as I wanted. They were never like, you have to study, you have to get X, Y, Z grades. I don't think they did that to either of us. I don't know why.
It wasn't, no, as in like.
Why are you silent? Say something.
No, as in
Say something.
As in, I don't want it to come across as if they let you just do anything. They obviously had
yeah, not
boundaries, everything in place. Of
Okay, yeah.
They wanted her to do well in school, everything like
yeah,
that.
but it was more like down to me. They were like,
yeah, they
oh,
didn't force anything.
Yeah, that's the
you,
thing.
yeah.
It's like I feel like it wasn't like a, if you don't get these grades, there are consequences.
No,
it was never like that.
It wasn't like
oh,
your standard.
Try your best,
probably.
and like if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, yay! Like I'm proud of you. You put the effort in, regardless, kind of thing.
But the aim lower thing resonates so much with me. I feel like we've both been told that a lot in our lives, and it's just quite funny.
It is funny.
Mainly because creative field as well, people, especially family as well, they just think you're wasting time.
I mean, family have thought I shouldn't be in a medical career either.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Pete, you know them. But...
Oh. Yeah, but that don't count really.
I mean, yeah, we don't really take it into consideration anymore, but yeah.
But no, speaking, like you were a peculiar kid.
That's actually just rude. That's a violation.
Quirky.
What does that
kid.
mean?
No,
Okay.
quirky kid. Yeah.
Again, elaborate. Where are you going with
Because
it?
I feel like you had bare energy, and just bouncing off the walls. Yeah. So I want to know what, like, did you have any sort of routines or?
When I was a kid.
Yeah. Because I feel
now?
like you had when you were a kid. I feel like you would have been that type of person. Like, you know when they have lucky things, or like lucky charms. That they do certain stuff before exams and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got what you mean.
Did you have anything like that growing up, or did you do anything that was out there?
No.
Really?
No. But not like. I mean, I would say a little like prayer before writing.
I used to do that. I used to do that before I bowled though, like at break time and lunchtime.
Before you what?
Like, you know, there'd be cricket out.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I'd do
bowling in cricket, right? That makes sense.
Make sure I get him out.
Yeah,
I was doing
fair.
that over.
People do that. It's like Indian cricket players.
I was doing that over Sats, to be honest, lads.
Anyway, so I still kind of do that. Say a little like good luck prayer, but not so much a ritual. I think it's more like, I think I was really averse to change.
Yeah.
I still have my anxieties when it comes to like change.
Where does that come from? Do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's been a thing since childhood.
Yeah.
Because when we used to come from India, or even just holiday,
Yeah.
like you being pizza, I'd just be there like.
No,
Like obviously, when I was
though.
when I was leaving the airport, I'd obviously be a bit like, oh, as soon as we're like in transit area or like at least back home, I'd be like, yeah.
But it's not. That's like, I feel like that's a bad comparison. The better comparison would be me going to uni now, and coming back.
Yeah.
Like, it's still so hard for me. Like, it's like hard to leave.
I mean, it's home, isn't it? Like, you're
Yeah.
never gonna want to leave home.
But it's like, it's also, then I get used to routine there, and then I'm like, oh, and then I get anxious about coming home, and I'm like, oh, what if I don't?
What, you're
like,
anxious about coming home?
not like coming home in the sense that it's like I don't love being home. I love being home, and I'm so happy I get to see my like family.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank you.
always like super comfortable at home. It's just more like, am I gonna feel out of place? Am I gonna have to get used to another
I think first
routine?
year you did, to be
Like,
fair.
it's better now. Like, this time I came, I was like, yeah, like, I'm fine. Going back again.
But then you got to think about us as well. Like, we get so into our routines without
Yeah,
you
and then
here.
I feel like I come back and I don't fit in into the routine that you and Dad have. Like, the first few days I was here, I was still sad. Like, when me and you had a bit of a wobble. I was like, no, we did. We fully did.
Okay.
But I was just like, oh, I feel like, I said this to Dad, I was like, I feel like you guys are settled without me, and I feel like I disrupt everything when I come back. Like, I actually feel like a disruption sometimes.
No, I wouldn't say so. I think it's just... It's like if I just came and plonked myself in the middle of uni, it'd be the same thing. Like, I'd be a disruption.
No, but I'd want you to come visit. If you were coming to visit, wouldn't
Yeah,
you
but I wouldn't
disrupt?
be a benefiting factor other than a distraction. Like, I wouldn't be able to help you with anything that you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, like, over the holidays, do you expect me to help you with anything you're doing? Other than the fact that I do help, but like I do help like with chores at home as well. It's not like I don't do stuff. You act like I don't do anything. Like I'm like not beneficial to the
no, as in like
house.
the routine in general. Like
yeah,
everybody has different routines, and you're not going to be able to like fit you can't force yourself into that routine.
No, yeah.
I'm not saying you don't do stuff around the house.
No, yeah, that's the thing. So I always get like anxious about that. And then there's also like the...
How do you deal with your anxiety? Is there any sort of thing that you have to take your mind off it? Like I have like a lot of physical stuff, like blowing on your thumb or like doing this tapping thing is going viral right now.
Oh, I've seen that. I don't know if it works though.
Apparently
I love fidget toys. Like I would want like
you've got a spinner, haven't you?
Yeah, I do have a couple of those. And then I have like these little puzzle pieces that you can...
I want to flash back to when I bought fidget spinners and you were like, this is a waste of time.
No, but I didn't realise they're actually really good for anxiety. And then I also have these like little hair ties.
Do you have a cube?
No, I really want one though. I really want one.
That wasn't an invitation for me to buy one.
Thank you. Next Christmas. No, and then like I have these like that I wear a lot around my wrist, and like it's like fun to play with them.
Yeah.
Or like just.
In exams, do you get to take your fidget toys in?
No, I take this though, which they can't say anything because it's in my hair.
It's just your hair, innit?
Yeah, so they can't say anything about this. Or like if you're wearing a ring, like that's also okay. Like
you're allowed to wear rings.
Yeah, I don't think they have ever told me to take off a ring that I've worn. Like I just kind of play with that.
Damn.
But in terms of like mentally actually dealing with my anxiety, talk therapy helps.
I'm gonna explain that to the viewers. What's just speaking to someone?
Talk therapy. So it's kind of it does what it says on the tin.
Why do we get anxious? Is it just like a?
It's a physiological.
Because you know when you're a child, you never really got anxious like that. Like when I was a kid, I didn't even know it was an emotion till.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Have you seen the new Inside Out trailer?
Yeah.
And then anxiety shows up.
Anxiety just shows up.
With a bunch of baggage.
That's what I'm saying.
When she's a teenager, yeah. I think, okay.
It genuinely only happens when you're a teen.
I might be, like, scientifically wrong, but I think you're, like, conditioned to, like, respond to kind of adverse events with anxiety after you're a teenager because you've, like, been conditioned to them as a kid. And you feel sort of less secure.
Right.
Like, when you're a teenager, you're insecure about a lot of things, and therefore anxiety, I guess.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what happens. It's a fight-or-flight response. You've heard of fight-or-flight,
It is, yeah,
right?
the adrenaline, yeah.
So I feel like we're constantly in fight mode. Like, that's why you get anxious when you're doing, like, an exam.
That's why, like, some parts of your body can feel cold and stuff because it shuts off stuff. Like, especially your digestive system, that one shuts off.
It shunts blood away from stuff you don't need it to be, basically. So
do you think that's from, like... That would have been used, obviously, for other stuff back in the day.
Real back in the day, like if they were getting chased
like
by
evolution,
like a tiger, then clearly
that
they
would have
needed
been
to run. So adrenaline helped you run faster, helped you like get the hell out of there.
But now that's just for if you're sat in a classroom for some people.
Yeah, so now I think we've evolved to this weird place where everything gives.
Do you think we
kids
should
anxiety.
go back to being cavemen?
It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not putting the message out there that we should go back to living in caves. Please stop propagating the false advertisement from my behalf. You pigeon.
I just asked you. I think the world would be a better place. We couldn't even speak. We'd just be ooga ooga. Like nobody would be.
I don't think we should make cave people.
No, like you can't get in arguments unless you.
They defo did. There was like proof that like they defo even got into argument. Body language was enough to argue with someone.
Or would you just stand like a wall?
No, but I feel like you could even get physical. That's probably what happened back then.
True, that is true. But you had so much more attributes. Like I would be like so much bigger and like muscular and like.
I feel like that's the only reason you want to go back to being a caveman.
Yeah, because your muscles used to be so much bigger. Boys, we've de-evolved. We didn't even need creatine back then.
I mean, well, clearly it was more physical lifestyle. Now we're more.
Yeah, everybody's lazy.
Mentally and emotionally, I think we've evolved more than.
That's true, but I don't know if it was for the better because now everybody's just out for themselves.
I feel like we're generalizing a bit too much.
No, as in like like the corporates, the conglomerates.
Okay,
they're all out for one more. It's like the politicians. They all piss in the same pot, lads.
Oh my lord. Okay, we're talking about a structural sort of societal construct of things, which is fair enough.
I think there'd be less problems.
I think we'd have different problems.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like climate change. Because we just...
Okie dokie. I don't think life... Yeah, but I think at different stages, humans were always going to have different evolutionary problems. Like, that's kind of the point of life and the point of evolving more and more. Like, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, the problems won't be the same as what we have today. like with mental health,
Yeah, that's true. It might be even
with the
worse.
politics of the world, with like with technology and like whatever it is. Like, you know, 2024 used to seem like super far away, and now
We're in 2024. Happy New Year, everyone.
So it's a bit like, it's a bit mad. I feel like
I think
I saw this thing that someone said, like, when they were younger, they thought in 2024 we'd have flying cars.
I saw that for 2020.
Fair. And I'm like, lol.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
The way we imagined this era as children is mental. Because it
Now
felt
we're
so
in it,
far away.
it
It
feels
feels
so
so
weird,
weird.
yeah.
It felt so far away.
To actually think that we're in
But
2024
yeah,
now.
my point is that we all kind of have to...
After
We'd
2020,
have our own problems, I think, even as children.
after 2020, it just doesn't feel the same.
I think after 2019 it's been the same. I mean, COVID made it worse, definitely.
COVID was definitely like the weirdest bit. And then after COVID, people spent like 3 years processing it, and I still haven't.
I feel like everyone, it's like it shunted.
And it doesn't
time.
even feel like a year. Like, it doesn't even feel like we had that year properly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's why everyone now still thinks we're stuck in like 2021, because we didn't get a proper 2020. So we're still like 3 years behind in our heads.
Yeah, 2024. What are your plans for the rest of the year?
Uni. What do you mean?
Any goals
You know
or
I'm going back to uni.
goals or resolutions to be?
I want to travel this year.
Okay, right. That's where. What's the bucket list?
I have a travel list. Can I get it up?
No.
Okay.
Off the top of your head, go.
Paris was on there. Norway was on there. Finland or Iceland, but Dad can't make up his mind.
Is that because of the Northern Lights?
Yeah, and we were saying we should go as a family, and Dad can't make up his mind about Finland or Iceland now. So
I swear Iceland's more expensive.
That's what Dad said. So I don't know, maybe we'll just end up in
Maybe we should just go to Norway.
I mean, I want to go to Norway anyway.
Yeah, we should just go to Norway.
So Norway, Paris, Finland or Iceland, depending on what
Beijing?
we do as a family.
Beijing, it's just all Europe.
I feel like my budget allows for Europe's travel currently, and then we'll figure out international.
Maybe, what if you were to do international, where would it be?
Oh wait, there was one more on my list. Oh, and Amsterdam potentially, question mark. Or a Greek island, also depending on one of my friends that hasn't like told me what she wants to do for the summer. Because I wanted to go away with her for a couple of days. And Paris was with my friends as well. But I wanted to do Italy as well, and none of those lot are like...
Okay, but like,
on that
out
list.
of Europe, what are we
Well,
saying?
no, but can I say why I say Europe is also I have friends in Europe, so I wouldn't have to
Yeah,
pay
you said
for,
this on
like-
the other podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing, so it makes it
You don't have to
cheaper.
pay?
I would have a place to stay for free.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's like chilling, innit? Like, it would be nice.
So that's like chilling.
Chilling.
No,
Sound
but
like you.
if you were to not go anywhere in Europe,
I
and
mean,
just
we've been to India, so I don't think that counts. Oh, you know what?
we've seen maybe a
Yeah, no,
fraction
I
of
feel
India.
I feel like we need to do India properly again. Like I'd want to do India properly in life. But that's like 5th year graduation plans for me, going back to India.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I have a bit of a bucket list in India for 5th year. Like,
Do you?
Yeah, I want to do Kochi in Kerala.
Oh, okay.
I wanna
Taj Mahal?
No.
Okay, nobody's really, I'm the only one that
I
wants to
wanna-
go there because I want to take photos with the water.
Yeah, I
and
feel like you would
reflect
take
it.
really good pictures of it, which is a great thing for you. But I feel like I'd just be bored looking at the building. And also, the story behind the Taj Mahal is actually really mental.
It's for his wife, eh?
Yeah, and then he chopped off the hands and like gouged out people's eyes for building the Taj Mahal. And he built it to her, if I'm not wrong, as like an apology for like something really outlandish. I don't remember. There's like a whole thing on like Jodha Akbar building the thing for Mumtaz, and I lost sort of like the romanticized version of the Taj Mahal. I can't lie.
Anyway, no. What other places outside
It's
India?
like I'll show you though.
Sri Lanka's up there actually. Beautiful place.
And it's not, if we go to India and then we go
It's
to Sri
quite
Lanka
close,
from
yeah,
there,
yeah, it's
it's
quite
not
close.
even like an hour flight. It's the fact that we.
Where would you want to go in Sri Lanka? Jaffna?
Yeah, I'd kind of want to do a bit of a, like a little bit of
Oh, like a
stop.
whole.
Like on the trains and stuff. Have you seen how beautiful? the
Yeah,
trains
I
are?
feel like anywhere in Sri Lanka is just
It's
nice. Yeah.
And then there's the Maldives.
I've been saying Maldives for
I would
about
love to,
6 or 7 years
I
now.
would love to go to the Sea of Stars. in
Ain't
Maldives.
happening.
Oh, well, hopefully one day.
Or Bora Bora. I would take either. They're both the same, to be honest to me.
Bora Bora is beautiful as well.
They're both equally beautiful.
But there's a Sea of Stars in the Maldives, I think, which I want to go see. Where else outside of Europe?
Tokyo, Japan.
No, it's not been like my. Like,
Really?
I would eventually like to maybe visit.
Korea? North Korea?
I'm good.
South Korea?
maybe. No, I mean, I'd eventually want to visit like Japan. I think it's like,
I love Japan.
It's quite a nice touristy place by the looks of it. But I think
Africa as well. I want to go to Africa as well.
Oh yeah, that is on my list.
Big.
I have
big
a friend
place there,
from
big continent.
Namibia, and it looks so beautiful. Like whenever she goes
Yeah,
back, and she
yeah,
posts like the sunsets and stuff.
How do you pronounce that? Namibia.
Namibia. Yeah, I
Sounds
would
exotic.
love to go. And like again, if I go, I have somewhere to stay, so it'd be nice. But but I need to get that first.
You're just global, mate. You're just switching up, just doing it global.
It'd be nice. It would be nice to go.
Hmm.
South Africa as well looks beautiful. Where else? I mean, Tokyo, Japan has not been like somewhere that I've considered like one of my top places to visit.
Thailand.
Yeah, that's on there. I feel like.
I love Thailand. Thailand just seems like a fun place. I feel like
Malaysia
nobody
looks
has.
nice as well. Dubai,
Singapore,
Dubai probably.
I don't think I've lost the Dubai hype now. Ever since we go and sit there for transit, like it just.
Yeah, but I
doesn't-
want to like actually go and properly like look around Dubai.
You can go to the
Like the Dubai shopping mall, it looks massive.
It is massive.
I want to see what it's about.
But I bet the prices are also massive.
No, I feel like Dubai. There's no tax in Dubai. Like it must be.
Bro, it's not how you think. You know, it's not like everything's just like in pennies. Like
no, I doubt it. But still, I would love to like go to Dubai.